What shapes our reality? Is it possible to learn to think creatively? How to get along with people around you?
John Keogh, Mind Power in the 21st Century.
Subscribe to join the top YouTube community dedicated to instructive books. With each video, you save at least 1 week worth of your time.
Insight number 1. Don't eat snakes. This is a parable about a peasant who once had to stop by and enter his master's house. The master offered him soup. The peasant saw a small snake floating in the soup. Not wanting to offend his lordship, he decided to eat the soup anyway. The next day, the peasant felt very sick, and he asked his master for help. The master came to his aid. He invited the peasant into the same room as the day before and gave him a bowl of medicine. The peasant leaned forward and was about to take a sip of the medication when he once again noticed a small snake in his bowl. This time he didn't hold back and instead shared the situation with his master. He explained to the master that he had fallen sick because of having eaten a snake yesterday. The master burst out laughing and asked the peasant to look up at the ceiling. The peasant did so, and he noticed that there was a bow on the ceiling. It suddenly dawned on him that there was no snake. Rather, the bow hanging from the ceiling was simply casting its harmless shadow. With that realization, he instantly recovered. When you hold a belief that things in the world around you are bad, or that you are incapable of achieving your goals, you are feeding yourself imaginary snakes. And in doing so, you are poisoning yourself. Your thoughts are the seeds from which your life grows. Choose beliefs that will serve you. When you begin with a belief in your capabilities and a sense of significance, you prepare yourself to achieve success and to overcome difficulties that will arise along the way. Treat yourself with love and respect. Prepare a list of your strengths and achievements. Your list must contain at least 20 points and it ought to be detailed. Recall life moments where you felt successful and you felt needed by others. Bring to mind what you've been praised for in the past. Devote at least 5 minutes a day to bookmarking positive thoughts in your mind. Set aside a special time for this exercise. Articulate desired life outcomes and allow yourself to experience the emotions attached to the achievement of them. For example, tell yourself, I got a great result on my exam. Or, my startup has attracted investors. Treat the articulated outcome as an already accomplished fact. Here are 3 basic beliefs that you should embed in your mind as a starting point. I am unique and worthy as I am. I am capable of engaging in any vocation I choose. I alone am responsible for the outcomes in my life. Insight number 2. Train your creativity. Engaging in creativity is a choice. If you believe that you're not creative, you'll stick with ideas formulated by others. If you believe that you are creative, you're not deterred by the idea of unusual solutions to problems. To be creative, you need to believe that you are so inclined. Allow yourself to be a creative individual. Use the following strategies to help you unlock your creativity. Strategy number 1. Be a researcher. Recognize that your purpose in life is not simply to imitate someone else. Rather, you are to find your own path. Try to solve commonplace problems in a new way. Strategy number 2. Don't hold back from asking questions, both of yourself and of others. There is no such thing as a stupid or incorrect question. Test the validity of your own beliefs and question prescribed truths. Make a habit of imagining what life would be like if you were to make a radical change to some aspect of it. Strategy number 3. Don't be content with thinking up a single solution to a problem. Always think up a number of different ways of achieving your goals. The best solution is not always the most obvious one. Strategy number 4. Change your habits and break the rules. When you find yourself getting bored, or when proven methods are no longer providing results, change your daily routine, your mindset, your behavior, your fashion style. Break the boundaries that you usually limit yourself with. Strategy number 5. Urge on your imagination. Imagine how individuals very different to yourself would solve the problems that you face. Think to yourself, what advice would this or that famous individual give me right now? Engage in conversations with the characters that you create in your mind and contemplate the various ways in which events may unfold. Finally, take care of yourself. Look after your health. Take some time off. The best ideas pop up when you are not busy. Don't rush. Choose to feel good. Take up new hobbies. Travel. Have fun. Insight number 3. Look for the best in every person. When people support and inspire each other, opportunities arise that would otherwise have been inaccessible. Additionally, new meaning also springs to life. As a general rule, people live up to the expectations that you have of them. By focusing on certain character traits in another person, you unconsciously push them to manifest these. Similarly, others sense how you feel towards them and they respond accordingly. People hurt others when they themselves are hurting. A person may not have any awareness of their positive traits, may not have respect for themselves, may not know that they too are deserving of love, care, and compassion. If somebody's behavior provokes in you negative emotions, be patient and give the person a chance to showcase their positive side. Express understanding and support in order to facilitate this. Let's consider an example. Imagine you've been rudely treated by a cashier at the supermarket. If we're to get real, we know that her job is most likely pressure-filled and stressful. Empathize. Make it clear that you value what she does. Treat her to something. Don't allow yourself to respond with any rudeness or negativity. Instead, come up with ideas by thinking about what you would do to bring joy to the world of a grumpy neighbor. What would you do? Give them a compliment? Offer them a small gift? Tell them a light joke? Lend them a hand with something? Do something that evokes the cashier to genuinely smile. There's no doubt that your gloomy and silent colleague has reasons for being in this state. It's possible that this person doesn't like themselves. It's possible that they can't even imagine what someone may like about them. Be like a mirror and reflect back to this person the positives and strengths that you see in them. When you look for the best in others, you create a positive chain reaction. Firstly, you help others. Secondly, you create a positive psychological environment around yourself. Thirdly, you attract friends and allies. These people will, in turn, when you need it, remind you that you are of value to this world too. Conclusion. The main takeaway from the book. In deciding what beliefs to have and what thoughts to cultivate, you define your own reality and you determine what you are able to achieve. Allocate 5 to 10 minutes a day to positive thinking exercises so that this becomes the default position of your subconscious. Also, make sure that you get the daily rest that you need. A brain that wants to get into creative flow needs to be relaxed. As John Kehoe says, to change the external circumstances, you must first change the internal ones. Inside Out, time to begin. Let's go. Enjoy this video? Let us know. How? Click on the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll keep doing our best to keep giving you the best. Thanks for your feedback.